Hello and welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. You just saw that intro. You reckon what book we're going to do today? It's Sex and the City, Kiss and Tell. This version is revised and updated to include all 6 seasons. This book only has the first 12 episodes of season 6. The other 8 are not mentioned, although there is an epilogue for each of the 4 girls. Carrie, Samantha, Miranda, and the one that Chris failed to mention on Family Guy and got his chest zapped for it, Charlotte.
Scrappy-Doo?
Hit him, Endo.
Bosley? Tootie? Sheena Easton?
This revised version, produced by Meltzer Media and designed by Number 17, both of which are New York based, contains the introduction by Sarah Jessica Parker, Golden Globe winner and Emmy nominee for her role as Carrie Bradshaw. She's profiled along with the other 3 women. It's chock full of over 700 photographs. 750 full color photographs. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this show, so I will mess this up. Anyway, info about the pilot, and 5 color television photographs to accompany each page. Like I said, there's over 750 here. Profiles of the characters and their performers. A step-by-step guide to how an episode of Sex and the City is shot. An episode guide for all 6 seasons. Introductions will accompany all of them. What goes on in the writer's room. These are the executive producers, Darren Star and Michael Patrick King. Darren Star is the creator of this show. It's another hit right after he did 90210 and Melrose Place. So, if you happen to like Sex and the City, why don't you pick up this book? There's also scoop on the individual senses of style for each character. You can leave that up to costume designer Patricia Field, because there's interviews with her, there's interviews with the cast and other crew members, and their little anecdotes about each episode and how fun and hard it was for them to film, given the content behind the scenes and off camera. The season 4 finale, I Heart New York, which was written by Michael Patrick King, was strangely prophetic. Why? This was written several months before the 9/11 terrorist attacks in New York City. So they really took such great pride in filming in that city, in New York, all around New York. And I happen to like New York as well. I've been there many times to visit my aunt who used to live in the Bronx. There's an entire section here that says, "We Heart New York." Especially how blessed they were to be filming after the terrorist attacks on 9/11. This is a map featuring the favorite hangout spots of the girls. If we could take a plaque and hang it on every single one of these locations just to note where Sex and the City filmed, then the fans will be very happy. I think I'm going to make that my mission. This is where the story ends for Carrie, Charlotte, Miranda, and Samantha. Whatever lies ahead, they will always have each other, and they will always have New York. There's an epilogue for all 4 characters after the curtain came down on 6 wonderful seasons of them, of Sex and the City. To close out, we have a trivia quiz to brush up on your Sex and the City knowledge. So there's no way I'm falling victim to the Mandela effect. Here's a Sex and the City glossary. And finally, a little acknowledgement of the crew. A very hard-working crew. But I think the most important acknowledgement comes straight from the introduction. Read the bottom. It is you, our wonderful, devoted viewers, of whom we have thought of the most often this past year as we completed our final season. You, the audience, were foremost in our minds. We feel so privileged to have gone on this journey with you. This great adventure, this show, and this book have always been for you. Thanks, Sarah Jessica. Thanks for that. If you're a fan of the Sex and the City or not, I can tell you right now, any book that is that immersive is going to be lit. And speaking of lit and Sex and the City,
we're gonna set it to UHF.
Oh yeah, man, I love that salsa sound.
I think right now we're in the middle of Sex in the City. So.
Sure,
I think it was Sex in the City that was on there. Now it's
things are really
it's
heating
really
up in the
hot.
city this
Yeah,
week.
it's really-
Turn in
Oh.
to see why Carrie is on fire. You're not picking up any more Sex in the City on this show.
no.
did I also mention that this book is a pseudo-graphic novel?
I don't read graphic novels. Sorry. But I do plan to read the Sex and the City Kiss and Tell in lieu of that. And so, I mean, it has pictures and words, so that counts, right? Right? Yes.
You make your own call in the comments. Have you watched Sex and the City? And I assume that you have. Everyone and their mother has heard of it. So this is Sex and the City, Kiss and Tell. I paid less than $10 for this. I thoroughly enjoy it. $20 retail. Which is not bad of a price, if you ask me. Not bad of a price for something like this. When we come back, I'm going to sell you a special bonus item. And an announcement. So stay right here. Alright guys, this was one of my earlier finds from my library, Sex and the City Kiss and Tell, so I can't remember the exact price, but what I do know is that you're not truly in New York unless you take a New York taxi cab. You just ran straight into the book. I got this at a New York gift shop in the city that never sleeps. Just on an impulse buy. I was in New York for Labor Day weekend. It was an adventurous Labor Day weekend, an eventful and exciting one. We went to dinner at TGI Fridays and saw naked women with red, white, and blue colors because it was Labor Day weekend. It was my final weekend of summer break. So there you go. The New York City taxi cab with the I Heart New York buttons right here on the top. The official holographic sticker label on the bottom. Checkerboard stenciling and stenciling of the taxi fare. So it's truly authentic. And doors that you can open. And when you let go, they should snap close. See? All that's missing is that horn honking sound. So there you go, little bonus item for you, New York City taxi cab. Let me know in the comments if you watch Sex and the City. And thank you for tuning in to the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood and New York home on a budget. The best of both worlds. Have a nice day. We're gonna do a New York week this week on the Thrift Store Rundown. It's all items pertaining to New York, from Madison Square Garden all the way to Saturday Night Live. We got a Saturday Night Live book. We also have some Regis Philbin here. So, stay tuned. It's going to be fun. New York week on the Thrift Store Rundown. So grab your taxi cabs, grab your I Love New York mug, and, join me, why won't you? Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, bye.
This morning, a great city woke up to a new day.
Millions of people crowded its streets, businesses, theaters, restaurants, and stadiums.
And one simple phrase was repeated over and over again.
I love New York.
I love New York.
I love New York.
I love New York. I love New York.
We love New York.
Now more than ever.
Come, see New York united in its finest hour.
And you'll say it too.
I love New York.